Hello everyone, good morning and welcome back to the Aircraft Showcase. Today we're going to finish up the Ace Combat X Showcase with the last 8 aircraft. First of which, we're actually going all the way over here into Deception 2.
We've advanced within striking distance of Archelon Fortress.
Now, our first aircraft on the list is the venerable F-22 Raptor, a long-standing main character aircraft of the series. It is a fighter with both stealth capabilities and thrust vectoring nozzles for superiority and maneuverability. Our real strange stats. The F-22 was developed by Lockheed Martin. Its sole operator, legally speaking, is the United States Air Force. Congress unanimously passed a law saying that Lockheed cannot sell this to anyone else. It is currently still in service. 195 were built, 8 tests, 187 operational aircraft. It was manufactured from 1996 to 2011. Its introduction date was December 15th, 2005. Hey, that's today, but 20 years ago. Its first flight was September 7th, 1997, and it was developed from the Lockheed YF-22. Its strange real stats in this game. Let me pull it up. They are a speed of 80, a mobility of 80, a stability of 80, defense of 70. This isn't right. It says on the wiki, air to air of 50 and air to ground of 80, but that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that should be flipped around. The wiki's not perfect, everybody. But our liveries. The Aurelia one is the 3-tone Compass Ghost Gray, based on the standard USAF F-22 ASG. However, this one is actually brought to you by Ostrich. He took the base Aurelian livery and brought it up to Ace Combat 6 DLC standards, so you have a lot more details on the tail, the port code, the roundel pops more. So congratulations to Ostrich on that one. It looks fantastic. Then we've got the Laysath Dark Fuselage Light Gray. This is basically the YF-22. And as you can see, Ostrich also bumped that one up too. The F-22 prototype, you can have it in 2 forms. The Aurelian form, or the one that I've got, the USAF prototype form. Then Special 3, is the digital camo. Special 2 is Mobius 1. And while I'd be tempted to take the Mobius 1, I think instead we're gonna go with Griffiths 1. We are armed with a 20mm, a single 20mm M61 Vulcan 20mm auto rotary cannon. We're armed also with 82 AIM-9M Sidewinder missiles for standard missiles. 82 AIM-120 AMRAAMs, or not 82, but 18. God, 82 would be great. We've also got 12 GBU-16 Paveway guided penetrating bombs, and 12 AGM-154 JSOW SODs. However, this is the French Scalp EG model. We're going to be using the AMRAAMs. Alright. Let's go ahead and lock in. Here we go.
To all aircraft, this is likely to be our final sortie. Unlike you, fighting on the front lines, I stay behind and watch the battle through my monitor. I'm in no position to ask anything from you, but please allow me this one request. End this war and come back home to Aurelia. That is all. This is Aquila 1. Roger that.
We need to make certain that nothing like this ever happens again. Isn't that right, Southern Cross?
Our lives are in your hands, Southern Cross. Lead the way.
We've got a reading on radar. Multiple targets. Aurelian fighters confirmed. Send out the Alec Squadron. Affirmative. Alec 1 taking off. Alec 2 taking off.
Alright, these are gonna be assholes. But I picked this one because I would rather deal with Alex Fenrir's than with the microwave bullshit.
Fenrir is equipped with the same type of optical camouflage as the airborne fortress. However, with Aurelia's satellite surveillance system back online, we should be able to track its position. Although the tracking is far from perfect, please bear that in mind when attacking. So, he's come. Which one of them is Nemesis? I've heard just about enough of your tall tale for one lifetime.
Okay.
It's time to see if you measure up. All these fighters, leave this one to me. Here it comes.
Here comes the snow. Ow. I really love getting that, oh, you're gonna kill this Sam? Fine. It's going to, destroy you. With a missile shot you can't dodge, because it's gonna wait to fire until you're locked in.
The enemy is blocking our way. Can you take care of them? Aquila 1, Fox 2.
I wouldn't say that. Oh shit. Gotta love the tracking system on this.
Amphibious vehicle. Our units have just taken the electrical transmitter. This is the landing unit. Opening the gate. Firing a missile now. They've opened the gate. Strike now. The Southern Cross destroyed the energy transmitter.
Alright. Time to turn the tables.
Covers that road. Cross to Purpose 1. You did it! The generator's camouflage has been disabled. It's in plain view. Now's your chance. The Southern Cross destroyed Fenrir. They're only human. You can take them. Landing unit. Continue with infiltration and destroy the fortress from the inside. Landing unit here. Understood. Evade the maneuvers.
God damn it. Good shit. Come on. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. God, these aren't M's, these are C's.
Griffith 1, come in! Oh no, he's been shot down!
Okay. Go again. Should have gotten more room.
Same type of optical camouflage as the airborne fortress. However, with Aurelia's satellite surveillance system back online, we should be able to track its position. Although the tracking is far from perfect, please bear that in mind when attacking. So, he's come. Which one of them is Nemesis? I've heard just about enough of your tall tale for one lifetime. It's time to see if you measure up. Always have fighters. Leave this one to me. Here it comes. Fenrir. Glowing and translucent, like some kind of jellyfish. A killer too! I'm an idiot! Control the rope! Shit! A killer too!
Alright, got the ships.
A killer 1, a Fox 2.
Alright, all ground defenses are gone.
Evade the maneuver successful.
God fucking damn it.
With the elect squadron behind the controls, Fenrir is unstoppable. Hey, look,
Come on, ground forces.
Amphibious vehicle.
There we go.
Units have just taken the electrical transmitter. This is the landing unit. Opening the gate. Firing a missile now. They've opened the gate. Strike now. The Southern Cross destroyed the energy transmitter. Fenrir's covers that road. Cross to Griffith 1. You did it! Fenrir's camouflage has been disabled. He's in Titan 2.
Come on. Let's get some space. Space.
Destroy the fortress from the inside. Landing unit here. Understood.
These things fucking take 3, don't they? Come on. God fucking damn it.
They can't hit him.
Hi, Floof. Welcome to stream. We're looking at the Raptor. Come on. You're driving? Oh boy. Keep your eye on the road.
Landing unit. We've arrived at the front gate. All right, it opened. What's that? Oh crap! It's Fenrir. And there's a pilot inside. He's taking off. We can't go after him. Take care of him for us. The amphibious unit has opened Archelon Fortress's front gate. There are still working Fenrirs inside. If we let even one escape, they're sure to take data from this battle back to Lasaf. If that happens, then this war will truly never end. Enter the fortress. Take down and destroy Fenrir. Oh no! The gate is going to close! The Southern Cross will be trapped inside! We have no choice. We must withdraw. We leave it up to you to end this. Fenrir, send it! Side! Contact fire! Protect the control system! No, it's no good.
Nope,
Fire extinguishing system is out.
Alright, you two get to escape. Ah. Damn shaking. That damn shake has got me crashed so many times.
Griffith 1! Griffith 1! Come in! Sir! There he is! about you, sir. When you think about it, you can't help but feel sorry for Laysath's soldiers.
No.
Nothing but pawns in Navarro's sick game. Well, it's finally over.
I don't really feel sorry for Laysath. Like, I feel sorry for Estevakia. Because they were dealt a shit hand.
Aurelia.
With the Ulysses, then they were embroiled in a bitter civil war that lasted the better part of 6-7 years, give or take. Then they were forced to go into a war against Temeria because their generals said so. And they got utterly trounced.
Fenrir and Archelon Fortress have been completely
So
destroyed.
ever since Ulysses,
You've done
Estevakia
it,
has
sir.
been just getting the shaft. Lysath? Nah. They were fine until Navarro came in. And most of them actually were perfectly fine with what Navarro was doing until, you know, Jeanette revealed the truth. And then like, oh, wait, what? And instead of a, my God, what have we done? It was a, get him! So yeah, no. I don't have any sympathy for the Lysathians. Anyway. 1 aircraft down. 7 more to go. Our next one will be Armada.
Laysath has deployed multiple air and naval units to defend against our assault on Archelon Fortress. Our military satellites have already confirmed large-scale aerial movement. The Laysath fleet is also thought to be heading there via the Danern Straits. The fleet will pose an immeasurable threat to our attack plans if it is not immediately stopped. I highly recommend attacking now, before the fleet arrives at Archelon Fortress.
Alright, so our next aircraft is the McCoyan MiG 1.44. It's multi-role. Its thrust vectoring nozzles and large canard wings provide exceptional maneuverability. Excuse me. So, this was developed by McCoyan as a technology demonstrator. Its national origin was at first the Soviet Union, but then later Russia. But one was built, and 4 1.42 airframes at various stages of completion. It was part of the MFI project. Multifunctional Frontline Fighter. Which was the Soviet answer to the American Advanced Tactical Fighter program. However, it was supposed to incorporate stealth, super maneuverability, super cruise, advanced avionics, and, well, I say stealth, but it's Russian stealth, so low visibility. However, in February 2000, 9 years behind schedule, that's when it made its maiden flight, February 29th, 2000, so the leap day. And it was canceled later in 2000. Instead, the Russians was replaced by the more, quote, modern and, quote, affordable PAC-FA program, which would later result in the Su-57 Felon. Quotes. Alright. Strange reel setting, or stats. We have an 87 in speed and 90 in mobility, I believe. Yeah. 60 in stability, 60 in defense, 60 in air to air, 85 in air to ground. As for our liveries, most of these are going to be replaced by ostrich. So Aurelia's is supposed to be a white body with black nose section. In actuality, we have ostriches Felon 057 livery. For Laysath, we've got or the Aurelian, or the Laysath one is supposed to be the forest camouflage, but instead I've got the MiG 1.44 prototype with the Russian liveries, although you can get it in the Griffiths livery as well. Our special one, I believe I kept the same. Gray body with lime green camouflage, yeah. And then special 4. This is Hamilton. Or Replicator. MiG 1.44 Replicator, complete with the War Dog markings. As for our stats, for weapons and stuff, we are armed with a 30mm GSH 30-1 autocannon. Pull that up. 78 R60 aphid missiles. For our standard missiles, I think we're going to go with the digital. We've got what should be 18 FAB 500 kilogram bombs, but instead we've got the Mark 84 model for the UGBL. We have 12 R73 Archers for QAMs, and what should be 16 KH-31 Kryptons. Now, if any of you are in the know, you would have known that a lot of hubbub has been going about these particular missiles of late. And a lot of people are vastly overestimating their capabilities, saying they're brand new. Well, clearly this game was made in 2005 or 2006. I know it came out before 2007 because that's when Ace 6 came out, and Ace X came out before Ace 6. So these missiles have been out for a while. Granted, they've been upgraded, but let's just say that their capabilities are vastly overestimated. Anyway, we're going to take these, even though these are not technically the Krypton model. Alright.
Multiple ships straight ahead. You'll be coming up on them shortly. This is Falcon 1. I always wanted to fly with you. My son's a big fan of yours. Well, me too. I can see them as
thing about the LAGM versus the LASM is the LAGM has more splash damage, but it is not armor penetrating. Whereas the anti-ship missile is more armor penetrating, so it does more damage to the actual ship. Now, my favorite Russian aircraft in these games is actually the 1.44. Because while everyone likes to compare it to the F-22 or the F-35, I actually see it more as their answer to the Strike Eagle. It's a very good strike fighter that can also defend itself. And it can carry a shit ton. Which the F-35, in order to maintain stealth, and the Rapid for that matter, can't really do that. But since the flat pack isn't really supposed to be a stealth aircraft, it's low visibility, it can get away with it. By having external hard points. Yeah, if any aircraft could come back in Ace 8, I would love to see the 1.4 make a comeback. It won't happen because it's a canceled prototype. And the Sukhois always get the front billing, especially the frickin' Burkett. But the 1.44 is a much better aircraft than the Burkett. Fight me. Look at me, I'm an American. That's, heaping praise on a canceled MiG project. Now, are the in-game capabilities of this thing reminiscent of real life? Probably not at all. But whenever it's been an aircraft that you can choose, the 1.44 has been so much more versatile than the Burkett. It's not even funny. I seriously don't understand the love the Burkett gets when the 1.44 is right here. I think I've got the age of ships, so that should be good. Or at least disarming. a typhoon all the way out here. Okay. Come on. Yeah, one more. All right. Fish in the water.
Destruction of enemy fleet confirmed. A mission
Yo, Mia, welcome to stream. Ah, just finished with our second aircraft. The MiG
We have successfully
1.44
prevented the
flat
LASAT
pack,
fleet from docking
or
at
as I like to
Arcalon
call it, the
Fortress.
Russian answer to the
It was a
F-15E Strike
difficult
Eagle.
battle, but we've weakened the enemy's hold over the fort.
And I would love to see the MiG, the flakback, come back as an official aircraft instead of just an added or an add-on mod. But anyway, our next aircraft. Okie dokie. Excuse me. 8B. Alright.
We have obtained intelligence that LASAF forces on the Kalana steppes are increasing by the hour. With the Sachana Air Base in our hands, LASAF has abandoned its Air Force dispatch. However, the enemy is constant.
So this one is another canceled project. The FB-22 concept. I actually appreciate that X calls it a concept. This aircraft's delta wing allows for greater weapons payload. Now, the FB-22 was supposed to be a stealth regional bomber concept proposed by Lockheed Martin based off the F-22. However, they suspended work on the concept following the 2006 Quadrennial Defense Review, which called for a new and much larger strategic next-generation bomber by 2018. This program morphed into the Long-Range Strike Bomber, which would develop into the B-21, I believe. So we don't have actually any specs for it that we know of. We just have guesses. However, this being Strange Reel says, screw you to concept, we're gonna make it into full production because rule of cool. So, Strange Reel stats, we have a speed and mobility of 70, a stability of 90, defense of 80, air-to-air of 50, and an air-to-ground of 100. Our liveries, We got the Air Superiority Gray for Aurelia. The Ferris Gray Camo for Laysath. Special 1, which I don't have yet, is supposedly the Mobius 1 camo without the Mobius Insignia and ISAP logos. And Special 2 is the Proteus livery from Ace 5. And yeah, there's no download mod or replacement thing for this one. Okay. Okay. So we're armed with a single M61 Vulcan 20mm Gatling gun, just like the Raptor. We're armed with 82 AIM-9 Charlie Sidewinders. Normally I'd say Mike model, but we're calling it Charlie because the homing in this game fucking sucks. It's reminiscent of the Vietnam era where it would lock onto the sun. Anyway, our special weapons. We've got the AGM 154 JSOW SOD. We have 16 of those. Although this is technically the Rafale's Scalp EG model. We've got 16 AGM 65 Mavericks for XAGM. And we have 12 volleys of the JP233 bomblet dispenser. However, I can't use this for shit, so we're going to use the SODs.
Look, Aurelian fighters. It looks like a small squadron. The Southern Cross. Be fooled by their numbers. It's intimidating. All troops move out. Get the Santa Elva together. Don't worry about a few casualties. Just concentrate on a mission.
Field car.
Don't make yourself a
I love the sound of boom boom in the morning.
Forget about him. The fuel truck's been hit.
Like little explosions.
Explosion. Keep a safe distance or you'll be toast.
Field car. Damn nemesis. One thing that I really like about Ace X is they give you a Red Baron title. And the sheer amount of bile that the Laysafians use when saying your Red Baron title, oh, it just makes me feel so good. It's like, yes, I am feared, I am hated by my enemies. It's just so great.
EE guns destroyed.
Like, I know, the the Ukes and the Belkans in Ace 5 will kind of do the same thing with the Rosgrees, but that's more in like dreaded awe than actual hatred. And that's a different feeling. Like, you get the sense that the Yktibanians fear you. But you get the sense that the Lasathians despise you. Well, that didn't work. Oh, there's a fuel card, okay. All is not lost.
Target destruction ratio.
Oh.
To attack the enemy.
Yeah, PA, I don't know if you're ever gonna hear this, but I do commend you on giving the player character a Red Baron title in most of your games. And just having the random radio chatter, both friend and foe alike, react to your mere presence on the battlefield. It beautifully averts the "dude, where's my respect" trope. So, I very much appreciate that. Yeah. Like in Ace 4, you're relatively unknown, and then after you destroy the Invincible Fleet, everyone starts looking out for the ribbon. Yellow 13 goes, "Hey, this dude here, I want to fight him. Because he's probably the only one that can give me an honorable fight." Ace 5. The Oseans refer to you as the Four Wings of Sand Island in reverence and awe, until you become traitors. The Ukes call you the Demons of Rosgrees. And they completely fear you. Especially after you literally do become the ghosts of Rosgrees. The black-bodied planes. The moment anyone on the field sees a black-bodied plane, they start to lose their shit. A6. You don't technically get a title, but Pasternak was sent by Slovakia for the sole purpose of killing you. Friendly units. If you're over their airfield or their operation, they will drop what they're doing to help you. And once you finish their little operation, Their goal is now to help you kick ass whenever you need it. Ace X. The Lasathians hate your guts because you keep fucking up their plans. They call you Nemesis. Joint Assault. Need I say more than Antares? Like, Rigel Squadron has it out for you. And then, how can we forget, well, before that, in Infinity, you single-handedly turned the tide of the disastrous Operation Bunker Shot. Just for the sole reason you're in the sky. The ground forces literally state, we're safe as long as the Reaper is haunting the skies. And then in a 7,
Enemy ground
the whole
forces
thing
have
is
been all
stick
but
with
wiped
trigger
out.
and you'll make it.
For the time being,
I love that aspect of Ace Combat games where you start out as a relative unknown and you become a legend that both friend and foe respect and either adore with reverent awe or despise with every fiber of their being. You don't get that very often. Either you're already a legend that everyone fears, or even after you do such great things, it's like, oi, Dragonborn, I need you to farm my chickens. Dude, the hell? I eat dragons for lunch, and you want me to find your fucking chickens? Really? Okay. And then our next aircraft. Oh, that one. Okay. Yep. Let me pull that up. There it is. Okay. So our next aircraft is one that I really don't like. But, you know, gotta do it. Hello! Welcome back to Strim. It's time to go boom boom. Unfortunately, I don't think your favorite aircraft is in this game.
intelligence reports that Laseth forces are airlifting munitions. We think the munitions...
But I promise I will bring something that has a big boom later to end the game. How's that? Anyway, my least favorite aircraft, in general, the Su-47 Burkett. Forward swept wings allowed sharp turns while electronically controlled canards maintain stability. Now, if you're wondering why I hate this aircraft, it's right here. This tail boom is about a foot longer than the other one. But anyway, real strange stats. The Su-47 Burkett was a technology demonstrator built by Sukhoi for the Russian Air Force. Burkett is the Kazakh word for eagle. Only one was built. Its first flight was September 25th, 1997. And it was built basically as the Russian demonstrator for forward swept wings. And what they found was, just like the Americans with the Grumman X-29A, was that forward swept wings do provide a lot of mobility. A lot more than the traditional swept wing. The problem is, well, a couple things. One, it does cut down on your stability at high speeds. And two, it greatly increases the amount of torque and wear and tear on the wings themselves. So the life of the airframe will be dramatically reduced. And that is the main reason why you don't see any production models of forward swept wing aircraft. It's just not cost effective. So wings, last maneuverability, but stability, go bye-bye. Yep, that is correct. But our strange real stats here, we've got an 87 in speed, 85 in mobility, 73 in stability, 67 in defense, 98 in air-to-air, and 50 in air-to-ground. Our liveries. We've got the Aurelian black body, which is the actual SU-47. We've got the Lasath white camo. Got the special tan brown camo. And then the white body with gray blue jagged camo pattern. Modeled after the SU-35 prototype number 703. I don't think Ostrich has any Burkett. No, he doesn't have any Burkett ones. Okay. So yeah, this is vanilla. Our armament includes one GSH 30-1 30mm auto cannon. We are armed with 82 R60 aphids for our standard missiles. And as for SP weapons, we have what should be the R27 Alamo. We have 14 of them, although this is modeled at the AIM-7 Sparrow. We've got 16 BLU-27 napalm bombs and 12 JP-233 bomblet dispensers. Note that the Burkett would not be able to carry either of these two in real life. We're going with the Alamos. Burketts are finally complaints. Must feed them AIM-120 C5. So nice. I actually agree with you. I don't mind the forward swept wings. It's that damn tail. scale that haunts. Yes, it does haunt my nightmares.
We've got precious cargo on board. The target won't get away if you don't focus your attack. It's likely that there is only one target transport in each formation. Take a good look. Is there anything different? Perhaps in the way they fly?
Yeah, I don't know why people love the Birkin. It's ugly. It's, I mean, it's maneuverable as hell, I'll grant you that. But it usually doesn't have that great a weaponry. But it has QAMs. Yeah, but QAMs are really only good in Ace 4. They can be decent in Ace 7 if you tune them right. But pretty much every other game, they're, you know, there. Ace 5 and 0, they don't hit worth shit. Ace 6, they'll hit, but they're not guaranteed kills. Ace X, they have the same accuracy as every other missile, which means roll an XCOM die.
Increase your altitude. Escape all the enemies busy with the decoys. Can't we fly any higher? There are too many of them. Which one is the real thing? Heavy cargo will make it difficult for transport to maintain a steady altitude. Look in the formation for an aircraft with a lower altitude and take it out.
Oh, I'm sorry about the ads. Yeah, the R-27, which is the Russian equivalent to the AIM-7 Sparrow, actually is good in this game. Which is why I'm using it. But in other games, it's not, because of the cone.
Alright, one down. It looks like that was a decoy. Look harder for the real transport.
Greedy. Because it's owned by Amazon. It's a corp. What do you expect? Corps lost the plot a long time ago that you're supposed to bring quality services to your customers, not bring value to your shareholders. Yeah, in my opinion, the worst thing that a company could do is to go public, become a corp.
The cargo's too heavy. We can't gain altitude. It's the enemy. Increase speed and shake him. Put him on foot down.
Oh wow, you got the same ad 3 times in a row? That sucks. Alright. Just a couple more transports left.
Somebody shut it down!
Fox 1, Fox 1.
Enemy shipment destroyed. The mission was a success.
Alright, and there was my least favorite fighter aircraft. Alright. Although, next aircraft we're doing is based off of the Burkett. But I actually kind of like it. It's also the last one that we're not going to be able to tune. Well,
We've
theoretically.
succeeded in this.
I take that back. It's the second to last one that we can't tune. But it's also the last one that isn't a super. Alright. So our next aircraft, we're going to go to 13A.
Intelligence has.
And this is the four swept wing concept that isn't a superplane done correctly, in my opinion. The S-32. A prototype of the Su-47, this aircraft has incredible mobility. It also has thrust vectoring. But most importantly, as we can see coming around the tail here, both the tail booms are symmetrical. They are the same length. That's all it took. And I don't hate it anymore. Alright. The S-32 has no real strange stats. This is merely a concept drawing that would later develop into the Su-47. So, strange real stats. The S-32 has an 82 in speed, a 94 in mobility, a 61 in stability, a 66 in defense, 90 in air-to-air, 40 in air-to-ground, and an 88. So we'll get to that later. Our liveries. Got the light brown camo here. Lasath is Alex Squadron livery. However, this is not the base one. This is actually an ostrich mod. The SC-32 Alex. It gives it the Lasath markings here and the Alex Squadron livery or emblem and squadron number. Then we've got what should be the special 2 is the dark brown desert camo. I do not have that unlocked yet. And special 2 here is the Grabic Squadron livery. But unlike the base, which has Griffith Squadron markings, this one has Belkin markings and the Grabic emblem. This is again a mod done by Ostrich. And so we're going to take this one. We're armed with the same gun as the Burkett, the GSH-1 30mm. We also are armed with 80 R60 AFITs. Special weapons include 12 R73 Archers, 14 KSH-31 or KH-31 Kryptons, and whatever the fuck jammer pod this is. We get 8 charges of those. I seriously could not find what real life model that is supposed to be. So, I don't think it's got one.
Multiple fighters coming in head-on. You should see an enemy squadron shortly. This is Falcon 1. I was wanting to fight with you. My son's a big fan of yours. Well, me too. The enemies come. There's so many of them. In the 10 years I've been flying, I've never been in such a massive dogfight. Listen up, everybody.
Yeah, like the Burkett, this thing is very good at maneuverability. But this one excels better at knife fights due to its slightly higher mobility and the fact that it gets QAMs instead of SAAMs. Now whether or not those QAMs actually work is a different story. This is a X after all. However, if they do a hit, it is a kill. I also like the pods on the end of the wings, and how they jet forward. I know they're like some sort of instruments for avionics, but my Star Wars brain's like, oh, those are laser cannons, like an X-Wing. Alright, fine. You wanna fight me, Alex? Okay, let's go. Ow! Fucking hell. What the hell is that ship? Oh, it's a container ship, okay. Oh shit. There's only one Alec left. If I want to get any more points, I'm going to have to go for the others first and just deal with him constantly being on my tail. Hi, Gia. Welcome to stream. Whew. Alright, that is the last of the base and IRL planes. How's it going? It's going good. Going good. Alec, they're difficult, but I use their own plane against them. We're just gonna skip that.
We've
Yeah,
succeeded
their
in
emblem is
stopping the Alec unit
good
before
looking.
they could reach Archelon Fortress.
Alright, so our next aircraft. I believe. Yep, that one. Okay, that's a good one. I don't believe there's any. Okay. Alrighty, let's get back to here. Okay, mission 12B.
Our mission is the liberation of Grizz.
And this one is an iconic aircraft among Strangeville fighters. It also is a forward swept wing, but we have the XO2 Wyvern. A combination of stealth and exceptional agility made possible by its variable geometry wings. Oh, I do have a thing for it. Okay. This is Ace 4's superplane. The XO2 Wyvern was proposed in the 1980s by the Erusian Navy. Sometime afterward, the Federal Erusia Air Force requested a fighter aircraft. In response, Erusia's military decided to modify the Navy's concept aircraft to perform fighter duties to the Air Force as well. The XO2A's development ground to a halt largely due to Ulysses. Aruj, along with other Yuzian countries, was solely focused on developing Stonehenge. The XO2 project would be revisited upon in June 1998 after Stonehenge's completion. It was developed by the Erusian Air and Space Administration, and development continued until the Continental War in 2003. Erusia planned to use the XO2s for defending Stonehenge, but it proved costly, so, they kind of halted it. Development was hastily restarted after Stonehenge fell in April 2005, but development again stalled out. The XO2 was nearly set into production in September 2005, but after Farbanti was captured and into the war, it couldn't be deployed in time. However, between 4 to 6 XO2s were successfully completed after the war. They were captured by Free Erusia and equipped with experimental UCAF configurations. All of them were subsequently shot down by Mobius 1 in Operation Katina. After that, Grunder, the FCU recovered the XO2's design blueprints. They sold some to other corps like Grunder. Grunder produced at least one XO2 using cost-cutting development techniques. This was sent to the Yuktobanian Air Force because Grunder are a piece of shit, which was later shot down over Osean territory and somehow was sent to Sand Island. Yeah, somehow Aurelia got their hands on a few of them, or a prototype, probably because the FCU sold them blueprints. But yeah, our stats are an 85 in speed, a 90 in mobility, 85 in stability, 70 in defense, 90 in air-to-air, 60 in air-to-ground. Our liveries. The Aurelia would be the air superiority gray with blue tips on the vertical stabilizers. We don't have that. I'll get to that one later. Layseth, light blue 3-tone flora camo with blue tips on the vertical stabilizers. I really do like this one. Special is the digital gray without the blue tips. This is basically the ISAP version, but without the blue. Special 2 is the tiger stripes. But this is a mod done by Ostrich. It's obviously the EASA. I just can't find it on his page. So I don't know if he took it down or not. He might have taken it down. I don't know if you can download this again. Oops. It could be he's reworking it. The Wyvern, or he took down this Livery. Oh, okay. But this is the Erosion ESA Wyvern, the EASA. I'm willing to bet he's reworking it. So it should be back up eventually. But anywho, we're gonna use the LASAF one just because I like it better. It's blue. We've got an M61 or Vulcan 20mm rotary cannon as our primary gun. We've got 84 AIM-9C Sidewinder missiles. For our special weapons, we've got 14 of the 14 volleys of the JP-233 bomblet dispensers, 16 AGM-65 Mavericks, and what I thought was the bomblet dispenser, because I was looking at my notes. This is the Darkfire. We get 14 of them. This is the XLAA. But we're gonna go with this.
Griffith 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
Also, be ready for ads.
Griffith 1, altitude restrictions canceled. Return to your mission. Good luck.
But no, I love the XO2 in this game. Oh shit. I forgot to tell you what I had equipped to it. This is a tunable aircraft. Okay, so for wings, for the engine, we've got the scramjet engine, which vastly increases our speed at the cost of less stability because we're heavier. For our wing, I've got the advanced actuator, which increases our mobility and stability at the cost of defense. That's okay. Because for defense, I've got the TL armor, titanium aluminum, which massively increases our defense, so we can still take a beating. For our weapons, we've got the Wyvern exclusive missile range up, or long range missiles. So our Sidewinders are equipped with a booster for increased firing range. And we've got for our cockpit avionics the ever broken Sniper OS, the machine gun auto lock. Now we can start the mission.
Griffith 1, you are cleared for takeoff. Griffith 1, altitude restrictions canceled. Return to your mission. Good luck.
Yeah, in real life, the Wyvern wouldn't work because of the way the variable wings are positioned and turn in. They would snap off. If it wasn't variable geometry, it would be it would actually work.
Please stay on alert.
Like it could actually fly in either position.
I'm getting readings from the missile cannon. Livery's just been shut down.
forces multiplied by the MBSRs.
What on earth is that? There's no way we can get any closer than this. Watch out. That thing's a monster. The power of the MBSR and his metal cannon far exceeds anything we ever imagined.
Yeah, once again, the Wyvern might actually be the sleeper best aircraft in Ace X, just because of what it can be equipped with, its base stats, and the fact that its weapons, while not super weapons, are reliable. What the hell? Oh. I was being shot from the front. It's like, I can't see what I'm getting hit by! Now, don't ask me how the sniper OS would work in real life. At least with an integrated gun. If it was like an externally mounted one, it could be in a turret. Alright, and there you go.
The mezzanine beam disappeared.
That was the X-2 Wyvern, what might actually be the sleeper best aircraft in this game. There's another contender.
Soldiers of Aurelia, do you read me? This is the suppression force.
We are currently engaging the enemy in the vicinity of Gaia's Tower.
And that one's the next one.
Griswold's...
Alright, and for this next one, we're headed to... That's what I thought. Armada.
LASAF has deployed multiple air and naval units to defend against our assault on Archelon Fortress.
Alright, so what the other aircraft that might very well be the best aircraft in this game is the ADF-01 Falcon. A 360-degree view cockpit system gives the pilot an immense advantage in combat. And after I go over the strange real history and stats, I'll tell you why I think it might actually be the best aircraft in this game. History. Following the loss of the sole existing ADF X-02 Morgan to enemy action in 1995 December, Grunder Industries recovered the aircraft's remains. They used the aircraft's flight recorder to determine what aspects of the Morgan required improvements. Within 2 years, Grunder had a working prototype of the ADF-01 Falcon. And concurrent development of the Zone of Endless AI program led to a fully operational unmanned Falcon, equipped with jamming and the ability to fire missiles and guns backwards. This Falcon was deployed to the Yuzian coup d'etat, where it made its way into the hands of the Yuzian rebel forces. That particular one was shot down on September 18th, 1998 by Phoenix. A manned version of the ADF-01 was being offered to Yuktobania as well as Osea. Osea officially, Yuktobania unofficially. And Yuktobania started building their own prototype via 5 different factories scattered across the country. Well, 4 factories across the country. The 5th one was actually in Sudator. Then after the Circum-Pacific War, Osea kind of took all the parts, made their own prototype, but it never made it into mass production. But Gruner would later work with the Erusians to further develop the Falcon into the ADF-11F Raven. I don't think it's quite canonical that Aurelia gets their hands on one of these, but whatever. Its stats are an 87 in speed, a 95 in mobility, 80 in stability, 75 in defense, 99 in air-to-air, 93 in air-to-ground, and for liveries, we have the Zone of Endless Red, the Luft T3 multi-tone blue, solid chrome black, and the Splinter camouflage with candy coating to green, two-tone green. We're going with the Luft. Before we get to weaponry, this is the final tunable aircraft. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what we've got. So we've got the Caudal engine, which boosts up our mobility and stability. but with defense down. For the wings, we've got the Extra V Canard. Now the advanced vertical canard, it vastly increases mobility, stability, and air to ground. It also put on other stuff, but this one's, I think, the best. We have the TL armor for defense. For our weapon, we've got the laser extender. TLS output is increased, lengthening irradiation time. It just fires for longer. And then, of course, we are equipped with the devastating Sniper OS. Now, the main reason why I think this is probably the best aircraft in Ace Combat X, well, just look at the stats after I tuned it up. I've maxed out air-to-air, air-to-ground, mobility, and stability. Its weaponry is fantastic. It's got M61 Vulcan 20mm for its gun. It's got 84 AIM-9C Sidewinders for its standard missiles, which is one of the highest counts, tied with the XO2. Special weapons. We've got the tactical laser system, the Zoe sight, well, modified Zoe sight, or improved Zoe sight, let's put it that way. We get 14 shots of this, and with the laser extender, it's gonna last a lot longer, allowing us to kill more things. We've also got 18 dark fires, our XLAAs, to further lean into the air-to-air. And for air-to-ground, we've got 8 BLU or Mark 79 fuel air explosive bombs. This thing is a heavy hitter in every category. It's got the ammo to spare. It can be tuned to increase its performance and shore up for its weaknesses. And it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to unlock the damn thing. So, in my opinion, this is the best aircraft in this game. Now let's go see why.
Multiple ships straight ahead. You'll be coming up on them shortly. This is Falcon 1. I always wanted to fly with you. My son's a big fan of yours. Well, me too. I can see them. There's so many of them. In the 10 years I've been flying, I've never been in such a massive air sea battle. Listen up, everybody. Don't fall behind the Southern Cross. I'm not gonna let them sink us here.
Those dreaded Aegis ships? Yeah, they're no longer a factor.
Forget worry, Argonne Fortress. We'll decide this here and now. Global aircraft, every last one of them. Enemy aircraft are taking off on the carrier. The wall of fire, too thick. I can't get any closer. Damn it, our whole fleet's sinking. All guns, fire artillery barrage.
Now, while this is not the laser from Ace 5 or 0, it's more like the laser from Ace 7, it still kills relatively quickly. Hello, Brimmoon. Welcome to stream. I'm making the argument that the ADF-01 Falcon is the best aircraft in Ace X, which will probably piss off a lot of Ace X fans who really like the next aircraft on the list.
We formed a line. All right. Blanket the sky with anti-aircraft fire. Do whatever it takes to destroy Nemesis. The ship's listing. We can't recover.
Now, I'm not very... okay. I wasn't sure if you can get it. I was going to say, I'm not very good with the laser against aircraft. Which is why I prefer the Sniper OS. Let me check something. Here. I thought I saw something, but I didn't. My bad. And there we go. Armada has never been easier. Alright, we got one more aircraft in the showcase. And boy, that take is going to be controversial. Why is that taking me controversial? Because I'm going to shit all over it.
We have successfully prevented the Laysat fleet from docking at Archelon Fortress. It was a difficult battle, but we've weakened the enemy's hold over the fort. Archelon...
Alright. So we're actually gonna do the same mission. Armada.
Laysat has deployed multiple air and naval...
Alright, our final aircraft for this showcase is the XFA-33 Fenrir. An advanced fighter developed using tactical battle data on the Gleep. It is a Lasathian multi-role. It is Ace X's superplane. Now, I always never really liked the design of Fenrir. Largely because of this right here. I do not like that forward prong. It looks like it has an overbite. I don't know. Just always, ugh. That said, I always thought it was at least a capable aircraft. Until I actually played it in this game. But I'll get to that later. The XFA-33 is a multi-role aircraft developed by LASAF. It has 3 engines. It's got optical camo. It's designed by the LASAF Air Force New Weapon Laboratory. It's got a great weapons platform that we can't use because, you know, that's LASAF's only. Prior to the Iranian War, LASAF military dictator Diego Gaspar Navarro ordered the LAF-NWL to begin development of both a new fighter aircraft, which eventually takes shape as the Fenrir, and an airborne fortress, which become the Gleipnir. They are developed jointly with the latter, and the secondary purpose being a test bed for technologies that eventually find their way into the former. It was deployed by Alex Squadron at the Battle of Archelon Fortress, which was televised to everyone in LASAF. And when Griffiths 1 smoked it along with the fortress, well, the prototype on stage was demolished by angry fans. So Fenrir never really made it into mass production. But anyway, its stats actually got very good stats. I will give it that. 99 in speed, 81 in mobility, 87 in stability, 90 in defense, 98 in air-to-air, 98 in air-to-ground, and 50. Well, I'll tell you what the 50 is later. Now, the problems I have with it... well, let's get the liveries out of the way first. Okay. So, we've got supposedly plain gray for Aurelia, but I have the XFA-33 Seafoam livery for the Aurelia instead. This is a modded livery from Ostrich. And I've only got the other one, Special 2, unlocked. I don't know how to unlock the other ones yet. LASAF General. Okay. The LASAF one is Alex Squadron livery, solid black with white wing, all that stuff. Special 1, dark blue. Earn an S rank on Operation X on Ace difficulty. That's never going to happen for me. And Special 2 is Desert Brown. Just max out the kill rate. But I put on the Alec livery from Ostrich. This one is a more detailed and more lore accurate livery for the XFA 33. Now, here's where I'm going to shit all over Fenrir. Fenrir can only be unlocked after beating the campaign on Ace. You don't have to S rank it, but you do have to beat it. And in order to unlock it, unlock Ace difficulty, you have to play every single previous mission on every single previous difficulty. Because that's the only way the next difficulty unlocks. You have to clear every single mission in the previous difficulty. So you have to replay branches on campaign. Then, after you do that, it has good stats. And it's also got twin guns. Twin 30 or 20 millimeters. But problem is you cannot tune Fenrir. You can't give it any other parts to boost any of its stats. You can't give it Sniper OS. You can't do shit. Then I want to bring your attention to this right here. Standard missiles. Now for a super fighter, you would think upper 80s, maybe 90s. No. This thing has 50 AIM-9C Sidewinders as its standard missiles. Now this is a game whose missile homing is worse than XCOM's accuracy. As in, it fucking sucks. Super plane, you can't customize it. It is. But they give the super plane only 50 of these things. That is the lowest missile count of every aircraft in this roster. Because let's take a look at the starter, the F-4E Phantom. Guess what it has for its missiles? It has 52 of them. Okay, so the F5 does have 2 less. It has 48. But still, that makes sense for the F5 because it's essentially a starter. But let's look at the other super planes we have. This one, 88. $84, 84, 50. What the fuck? So, they've already crippled this thing. You have to work your butt off for it, and then you get something that has half the ammo of what it should. It has less ammo than the starter weapon, or starter plane. Well, great about the special weapons. Okay, let's look at them. We have 18 we have 18 AGM-84 harpoons. Okay, not bad. But the LASM only really works against ships. And the amount of naval battles in this game is relatively low. They're good naval battles. I love Armada. I like Icebound. But it's not enough to base your main anti-air weapon as the LASM for a super plane at least. We got 22 AMRAAMs. Fair enough. That's more than the Raptor. But AMRAAMs don't work up close. And that's what all dogfights eventually boil down to. AMRAAMs in this game are only good for the opening volley. So having 22 AMRAAMs is nice, but unless you're doing hit and runs, that's not ideal. And then we get its super weapon. The Long Range Shockwave Missile, LSWM. We get 2 of these, and it is indeed a board wipe. Problem is that the recharge is ungodly. And, well, you do only get 2. But the big problem with these things are you can end a mission before the reinforcements spawn, locking you out of an S rank. Yeah. So basically what you have is the hardest to unlock super plane in any Ace Combat game. It has the worst missile count of any super plane. with only 50. And it comes from the game with the worst missile homing. You cannot reload because this game does not have return lines. You cannot tune this aircraft. And this is the game where tuning was a thing. This is the first time in Ace Combat history you could actually tune your aircraft. But you can't tune the Fenrir. And the super weapon is so powerful, it will finish missions for you before you get an S rank. So, why bother having it other than a prestige? This is why I say Fenrir, at least in Ace Combat X, is the worst super plane Ace Combat has ever produced. Now, in Joint Assault, it gets better, because you can actually tune it. They do tone down the power of the LSWM, but you get more of them. And it doesn't auto-end the mission. But most importantly, in Joint Assault, as we'll see in the next showcase series, you can give it Sniper OS. I think. No, you can't give it Sniper OS, but you can still tune it. So while it's not the best super plane in the game, it is no longer the worst. Also, it has a much higher ammo count. So that's more useful. So to any Ace Combat X lovers and Fenrir lovers out there, I'm sorry. You have the worst super plane. And what sucks is it could have been so much better. But anyway, let's take it for a spin.
Multiple ships straight ahead, and you'll be coming up on them shortly. This is Falcon 1. I always wanted to fly with you. My son's a big fan of yours. Well, me too. The aircraft coming in from the stern. Brilliant! Call back the advanced fleet. No time to prepare for intercept. They're coming. I can see them. There's so many of them. In the 10 years I've been flying, I've never been in such a massive air fever. I'm not gonna let them think I'm here.
Now, I will admit that the gun does kind of lock on a little bit. But not all that much.
Somebody have fun. Enemy approaching from starboard side. Protect the carrier at all costs. Forget worrying for Arkalan Fortress. We'll decide this here and now. Battle on
Alright, I did promise Morgan a couple big booms, so here we go.
enemy aircraft are taking off on the carrier. Looks like they're close, just across the carrier. Heavy damage. All hands, abandon ship. All guns, fire artillery barrage. Don't let the enemy get close.
And I would even say that the XO2 and the Falcon are better at close-in dogfighting than the Fenrir. I'm not entirely sure what Fenrir is supposed to do for you in game other than just be the I win button with the shock missiles. I don't know if I got Spider before. I might have. Now, while I don't like Fenrir, I'm not exactly saying that it's not usable. It is, especially in certain missions. Like Armada is a great mission for it because you can't one-shot the mission before you're ready with the shock missiles. But other missions, Fenrir's weaknesses are a lot more apparent. Hell, the best variant of the Fenrir isn't actually official. It's the Fenrir model swap mod from A7.
Destruction of enemy fleet confirmed. The mission was a success.
Unfortunately, the shock missile one replaces the Su-33, which I actually like. If it replaced the Su-30M2, I'd be like, oh yeah, give me that Fenrir. But anyway, that
We have
is
successfully
gonna be
prevented
it
the lace-up.
for
It was a difficult Argyle.
the Ace X showcase. We have, as of now, 3 more games left in the showcase. Ace Combat Joint Assault, Ace Combat Assault Horizon, and Project Wingman. I'm not going to be able to do any of the PS1 Ace Combats because I don't have the emulator for it, and I don't have the hard disks to rip the ROM from. So Ace 1, 2, and 3 are no-go. I'm not going to be able to do Legacy because I do not have the emulator for that. And I don't know how I would go about getting my game cart onto the PC. And Nintendo is very quick to call its lawyers. So I don't even want to try it. That would leave the only other one being Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thief, which we will be doing for the showcase. It's just going to take a while. We'll probably have to come back to it. Because I'm going to want to unlock every single aircraft, part, and weapon for it. But anyway, that'll be all for today's stream. I will be back today at 2:30ish for Final Fantasy IX. Then Wednesday we will be playing Horizon Zero Dawn, followed by Ace Combat 4 as we finish up our expert playthrough, so we can unlock the next livery for the Wyvern and unlock Ace difficulty. Thursday we will start the next game in the showcase, Ace Combat Joint Assault. That one has, I believe, 44 aircraft instead of 40. So it will actually be split up into 6 episodes instead of 5, like Ace X was. On Friday we'll be doing Dragon Age Awakening and Batman Arkham Knight. Saturday, Witcher 3. Next Sunday, Baldur's Gate 3. And the next Monday, I will not be on vacation anymore. Well, vacation for me ends today, so it'll be normal schedule after that. But next week's schedule is going to be a little interesting because of Christmas. So I'll figure out stuff on that one. Sad. Yeah. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun. And I will see you guys in a couple hours for Final Fantasy IX. Take care. Have a great day if I don't see you. If I do, see you in a couple hours.